Welcome to the She Decides podcast. I'm your host, Staci Swiderski. Today, I sit down with Olivia Weinstock, an award-winning journalist, the CEO of LivDigitalAgency, and a rising star in sports media and public relations. From being an anchor at the first place college news station, Beach TV News, to serving as a production assistant at a major sports network, Olivia's path is a testament to vision, resilience, and authenticity. As NAHJ Vice President and Internship Ambassador for the Department of Journalism and PR at Cal State Long Beach, she has already built a reputation as a powerful communicator, leader, and changemaker. Olivia's work has been recognized with scholarships from the RTNA Foundation and the Golden Globe Equity Foundation, along with multiple national awards for excellence in journalism and public relations. Together, Olivia and I explore how to navigate competitive industries, why storytelling matters now more than ever, and how young leaders can harness purpose and creativity to open the doors for themselves and others. Because when she decides to pursue her passion with grit and authenticity, she doesn't just build a career, she begins to create her legacy. Welcome, everybody, to our next episode of She Decides. I am your host, Staci Swiderski, and I am excited to introduce you to today's guest, Olivia Weinstock. She is an amazing sports journalist, actor, singer, and CEO, co-founder of LivDigitalAgency, and we're so excited to talk to you today. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to learn more about what you do, especially in such a male-dominated field, and then just you personally and what brought you to the industry that you work in and how you did it all and what are your future goals and all of that fun stuff. So thank you again for joining us. I really appreciate it. This is going to be a fun episode.
Yes, I can't wait.
So let's get started right off the bat. I have so many questions for you here. So I know that you've worn many hats, of course, from award-winning sports journalist to CEO of a digital agency, and now, what really motivated you to really get into the industry that you're in, and where do you see this going?
Yeah, definitely. It started from a very, very young age. I played sports growing up. I played soccer literally my entire life, but I have really bad asthma. So it really hindered me in the process of, moving forward, especially, going to like a D1 college. It just wasn't physically possible for me. My asthma like really, really set me back a lot. And I knew that I had to find something else that I needed to do. So from a young age, I always wanted to act. That was like my dream.
You just knew it.
Yeah, I knew it, but my mom wouldn't let me at all. I will never forget going to the Westminster Mall and being scouted by like a Disney agent, and she was like, "Nope, I'm not taking you."
Oh no!
Yeah.
And you're like, but mom, please.
Yeah, literally. And my dreams were crushed. So I was like, all right, I've got to find something else that I'm really passionate about. And one of my mom's best friends is a news reporter for KCAL9 News. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can report. I love to talk.
Yeah.
I can report on news. That sounds great. So I was like, all right, that's what I'm going to do. So I had this dream set from, I would say, about like middle school. I knew, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to play soccer professionally. I'll pursue acting later in life, but let's continue with journalism. So then my math teacher was the mayor of our city. So very
Now, were
small
you
world.
born and raised in California?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, in Huntington Beach, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she got me a connection to our local news station, and I did my very first reporting gig. And it really opened my eyes to like, wow, this is what I want to do. I love this. And so I pursued it ever since. I went to college for it. And then I did my first internship at a big network which was crazy. And at the same time, I was reporting for our school news station. I was also writing for our magazine. I was on the journalism side of our business school. And so it was
So let's
really just a lot.
so you had a lot going on. So you were still in
Yeah.
school, but you
hmm
landed this amazing role at a large
hmm
network. I
Yeah.
mean, that's probably not super typical either, right? To that soon, especially still in school. So wow.
hmm
Wow. How did you handle
Yes.
that?
Oh my gosh, I remember getting the phone call that I had gotten the job, and I started crying because I was like, wow, I really had just, dreamt of this since, middle school. And I really was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And when I made my pivot to sports, it was so pivotal for me because I knew that I couldn't really, like I mentioned earlier, go physically into professional soccer because of my asthma. It just made
Right.
me really slow. It hindered me. I couldn't play a full game.
It's like you had the
Um,
skill set. You
yeah.
knew the game
hmm
inside and out, but you just couldn't
Yes.
physically play.
Yeah, yeah, and it was really tough. And coaches always look down on me because they're like, "Oh, we
Huh.
can't play her for a full game because, all of that stuff." So it really came full circle for me when I got the phone call, and I just cried and I called my mom
Aw.
and I couldn't believe it. And I'll never forget the first day walking through those gates. It was like, an opera singing. It was like, oh, like coming through.
Here I
It
am,
was, yeah.
everybody.
hmm It was so magical and like
It's like
it
you
just
found
never
your
gets old.
niche,
Yeah.
literally,
hmm
because you can't play sports, but now here you are behind the scenes and you can
hmm
still be in the day to day of reporting and all of and you know it. And so how does that work? So yes, your main sport is soccer, but are you pretty in tune to like all sports? Are you like, yeah, I pick it up really easy. Like I know the game. Like I know what
Yes.
innings are. I know what I can jump in and I can do this.
Yes. Yeah. We have to be in tune with every single sport. We have to know. And it doesn't mean that we have to know every single
Right, right.
player in every single sport, but we have to at least know the big names of every single sport, even college.
I bet. I mean, college
We
is huge.
cover. Yeah, it's so big, and college football is coming up soon, so we really have to be in tune with okay, who's going to be the starting quarterbacks for each college? Like, what does the O line look like? What does the D line look
Who
like?
are the new
Obviously,
draft picks and who are all
exactly.
of the up and coming? Yeah. Wow. That's
All of that stuff. Yeah. And on top of that, I mean, NFL is really easy for me. That comes really easy because, I play in a family fantasy league. I've been watching NFL my whole life.
that you're a
Um,
little. Yeah. Who's your
yes,
favorite
yeah.
team? Who's your favorite
Um,
NFL team?
I'm a 49er
Oh,
fan.
of course. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Okay.
yes,
What about
I'm,
college? Do you have a favorite college
yeah,
that you like?
USC. Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, my cousin went there, who's like my sister. So
Aw.
I just grew up, my family, my brother might go to USC too, so
It was
that
like
would be really
it
cool.
was embedded and like, yeah, this is what
Yes.
we're doing, guys.
Yes, even though my dad is a UCLA fan because he went
Okay.
there. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Makes sense.
it's okay. We're a little divided, but the rest of us are USC
Yeah,
fans.
that's okay. That's okay. Well, that's exciting. So let's talk more about, your when you founded when you founded the Live Digital Agency. How long ago was that?
Yeah.
And how does that work on your with your day to day?
hmm so it's been actually about like 7 or 8 months since I started Live Digital
Exciting.
Agency. Yeah, and I started it because I had just graduated college and I won an award for because I was on my journalism business team as the PR marketing manager, and I had won first place nationwide through all of college.
Whoa, look at you.
Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, as the number one digital marketer for, all of like collegiate journalism business programs. And so that was really special to me. And my professor, who I'm very close with, told me that I should really pursue, you know, something outside of this as well. I could definitely make some sort of, impact. And so it really inspired me to be like, okay, well, I'm always passionate. I've been running, businesses Instagrams for a very long time, helping out people with questions and their own personal brands. I'm like, why don't I start my own agency? That would be amazing. And I can open it up to sports as well. So I've
Yeah,
been
I
very
mean, you can
fortunate.
literally segue that however you want to. Like, you're the
Yeah.
boss, right? And I
Yeah.
love the name of it, Liv, because it's obviously part of Olivia, right? So,
Hmm.
was your nickname Liv growing up? Did everybody go by Liv? Okay, so
Yes.
makes sense. I love it.
Yes, and our little tagline is like living for your
Yep,
digital footprint.
very
So I love,
fitting.
yes, yeah, very fitting. I love doing that just because it's a little play on words, but also like elevating people's brands is something that I'm so passionate about. And it's what I've been doing for such a long time. I started running, first a real estate account and helping them build graphics. And I started that in like later high school. And from then on, I just took on a bunch of different clients. And I was like, you know what, I need to start my own thing and I can really open it up to whoever I want. So now I'm really passionate about, I have two wonderful interns and we were just on the MCord Today show. So that was awesome.
Oh,
And we just kind of
nice.
got to talk about,
Nice little plug.
what it means. Yeah, yeah. We just got to, talk about what it means to be passionate about sports and all that and highlight influencers and brands and really just get that digital footprint on the go.
Well, I mean, and now there's no better time than right now. I mean, social
Mhm.
media and obviously, anything digital is just booming and it's not going anywhere. It's only going to become more and more and more and more of a thing. It's just amazing. I mean, and to
Mhm.
add obviously to your credentials and your resume, I mean, you're a businesswoman. I mean, you co-founded your agency and it's pretty remarkable. So what made you take such a bold approach really in a male dominated industry, like obviously working with one of a large entertainment sports network, um, and just being surrounded by so many men. And so how, really, what's one lesson too, as well? So this is kind of a two-way question. What made you take that bold approach? And what's one lesson from working in sports at a large network that you'd still apply, that you're applying to your business today?
Mhm. Well,
And
for
I'm
the
sure every
longest
day is
time,
learning, right? So it's
yeah.
like,
Oh, for sure. I learn new things every single day.
yeah,
It's quite the learning experience. Every day is something new. You just never know what's going to happen in the sports world.
you sure don't.
For sure. But like going back to when I really saw being a reporter and like a journalist as a path that you could take as a career, I didn't know that you could be a sports reporter. I just thought it was pure male dominated field. And I
Yeah.
remember after COVID, my dad took me to a Rams game and I saw Aaron Andrews on the field. And I was
Yeah.
like, one day I'm going to take her job. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know
Yeah.
women could be on the field like that. And, we had started seeing through some NFL games, for years, some sports reporters coming through, but I didn't really see that as a possibility for me until
Yeah.
I went to the Rams game
That's
and
awesome.
I
Yeah. It's like
saw
that's
Aaron
your vision
Andrews.
now. You're like, look at her go. I want to do
Yes.
that.
And then a couple months ago, I got to interview her on the red carpet with the LA
Yeah.
Kings. So it was really full circle for me.
That is awesome. How did you feel
Hmm.
in that moment? I mean, I'm sure you probably wanted to take her aside and just pick her brain about work, right? You're
Oh,
like,
for sure. I wanted to
like,
keep her there forever.
can you be
Yes.
my
Like,
mentor right now? And
yeah, literally. And then my co-interviewer was like tapping me. She's like, Olivia, you're
we
taking
have
a
to move.
really long
Yeah,
time. We
we
have
have
to
to
move
move
on to the
on.
next person.
You're
I'm
like,
like,
but
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to.
Yeah. I'm
So
like,
how
this
was
is
that
my,
for you? I mean, I know she's like an
yeah.
incredible, obviously like an incredible human
Hmm.
and literally just has led this path for so many doors to open for women in sports entertainment. But was she everything that you thought when she,
Yes, yes. She
Aw.
fully gave me the best advice too off camera before we had started because, technically we are coworkers. We work for the same network.
Yeah,
So, I just told her and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I love what you're doing. You're doing such a great job. Like,
that is
keep
so sweet.
going." She's like, "Don't give up." And
That's right.
she's like, "You're here. You're literally here in the
Like you
door.
got your feet
Just
planted and
keep
she's, yeah,
going And it was amazing to me because she was telling me this as her kid was in one hand and her husband was to the right of her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you are such a boss queen. Like, I love that you're giving me this advice with your whole family right beside you and your kid is on the red carpet with you. So I just thought it was so funny, but it was
I
great. It
love
was
it.
great.
I love it.
Yes.
That's
And like,
great.
I would say for like the lessons that I've learned, I mean, there's so many lessons to learn, but I think as a woman, the biggest lesson that I have learned is that just because I'm not a male and didn't play quarterback, or I'm not a catcher or a pitcher, or I'm not a goaltender in hockey, like it doesn't mean that I don't know anything about sports and I can't be passionate and I can't report and be a journalist and
Amen,
speak on
sister.
those
That's right.
things. Yeah, just because we're women doesn't mean that we can't be fans of those types of things
Right, right.
and
And
that
know the
we're
sport and the subject
Mhm,
and be able to report on it and
exactly
still be right there, in real time and being able to take it all in and talk about it and share it with the
100.
world. Yeah, I think
Mhm,
that's great.
Yes, 100%. And I'm just so
Yes.
passionate about giving, athletes a platform to speak. And I love interviewing athletes. It's one of my favorite things. And so I just think it's really, really, and journalists too. It's just such a powerful thing. And so I just give, my biggest lesson to any woman who's trying to pursue this industry is don't give up, because so many
Don't
people are
give
going to
up.
tell you you can't do it, and so many people are going to tell you it's not going to work out for you, but
Well, you're
don't listen to
proof.
them.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
proof that look at you, you're
Hmm.
living your dream. And I mean, you're combining your loves of journalism and sports into doing this every day. I mean, is it like a pinch me moment? It's like, wow. And there's still so much more that, I'm sure that you're going to really just conquer. Again, especially with, even having your own company and in the digital world, it's just huge. I mean, and the flip side of that too, aside from sports, I mean, look at like what are some of your I'm kind of going off the radar here, but like some of your, I guess, like who do you watch? Like who really influences you in the digital world, like in marketing? Like I'm sure you know who. Like I love listening to Gary V. He's been around for a long time and he's so
Hmm.
positive, so motivating, and he's such an inspiration too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
who like do you have also in the digital world people that who you really look up to as well?
Yeah, definitely. I actually really love looking at brands specifically.
Oh yeah.
I really liked the approach that The Road by Haley Bieber, that their
Oh
team has taken to marketing, and like Rare Beauty with Selena Gomez, like both of those brands have taken like very, very interesting approaches. And it's really inspiring because, they send these girls on these brand trips or these brand lunches, but they're
yes.
they're like so like meticulously placed, and they invite very, very specific types of women, and it's just so inspiring. And then also the way that they market on their socials is just like groundbreaking to
Oh, it's
me, and I really
amazing.
love that they just like they take inspiration pics, they take trendy photos. It's not always looking like an ad to you. It's kind of just like,
No,
oh,
it's
this
almost
person
like,
is every day using this
yeah.
product, and I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
it's very realistic, and the
Hmm.
influencers that they've selected, handpicked, that you can tell are
Hmm.
just perfect for the brand. Yeah, I agree with that. I love the branding of
Hmm.
any type of, company out there. I mean, it's what sells, right? It's
Hmm.
what sells that product. I just use that, that Rode face spray after the setting spray, and it's like
Hmm.
I bought that because I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the branding on it. So
Hmm.
I used it this morning when I when I left to come to the office, and it just feels good. I'm like, oh, so yeah, definitely the marketing piece. And yeah, I think it's everything, right? I mean, look what Haley Bieber just accomplished. I mean,
Hmm.
she's a smart woman, right?
Yeah, it's really inspiring, because then you just
Yeah,
kind of like, it does also lay into everything that you do. Even if you're representing a person, not a brand, that's the
absolutely.
perfect way to sell, is for them to not look like an ad. Place them into your everyday life? What does it look like? Is Patrick Mahomes eating canes? Like what does that look like? Is he
Yeah,
in your everyday life? Is he fitting with this ad for, Caitlin Clark with State Farm? Like what are
yeah,
we looking at? It just fits, it makes sense. Like they're from the logo ad. I thought that was really well done because
for
it
sure.
just fit well, and you see that on your TV and you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like
Well,
I
I
see
think
her.
too, definitely the marketing piece of it, you want them to
Hmm.
be relatable for the everyday person. And that is, I feel, just because it's at everybody's reach now, right? With social media. So, yeah, the relatability of it, I think, is key, like you had mentioned, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So, on to another question I have for you. What's your strategy for keeping your mission inspiring for others to pursue your this similar career? I know we talked about women and sports, but what really is your strategy, and what do you foresee moving forward with that strategy?
I think just keep bulldozing the path for, other women just to know that it's okay, like I mentioned earlier, to have a love and to take a passion for sports. Like you can do anything that you set your mind to. And it's really just full circle for me because I also got to speak to my old sports journalism class and I only graduated college in December.
I was
So
gonna say,
it's
you look
been,
so
yeah.
young.
Yeah, yeah, I literally just graduated college in December and I'm already back speaking to my sports journalism class that I used to sit in every day. And, I'm really passionate about giving back and giving those people an opportunity because I didn't get that. Nobody gave me an
Mm.
opportunity. I had to do it for myself in college. And from there, I built a resume and was able to get lucky and land my internship. And from there, it just kept moving forward. But I really
Well, I
wanted to
think luck
provide.
definitely, like you said, you felt like you
Mhm,
got lucky, but I think that plays a very small part, and sometimes it's the right time, right place, whatever.
mhm,
But I mean, sometimes it's, the stars align and you deserve it, right? You deserve it. I
mhm.
mean, somebody out there felt your passion for what you do and what you love. And so I don't know if it would be so much luck as you deserved it, you know?
That's very true. Yes, thank you. I do have to think about that too. For sure, for
I know
sure, for
sometimes
sure.
we dim our own lights, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes we do that,
Yeah,
but at the end of the day,
yeah.
like you've worked hard for that, and how motivating too. I mean, for you, and that you're also able to motivate others, like you said, speaking at your school. I mean, that has to be also like a pinch me moment. I'm sure in the middle of your speaking engagement, you're probably thinking to yourself, there's probably a voice like, "Wow, this is really awesome that I'm able to give back."
Yes,
Yeah,
it
so
is. It is
motivating.
so, it's so motivating. And I try to I took two interns in to Live Digital Agency, and from there we've just really been able to grow. It's been so amazing. I've given both of them the platform to just build their own career, and now they have like physical work that they've done that they can show for. And any company I'm sure would be glad to hire them. So I'm very thankful for both of them. And, we've really been able to, show up and show out to so many different things and help so many people. And it's just been like so, so amazing. So I want to keep doing that and, hiring as many interns as I can and just giving them guidance,
That
mentorship,
is
and,
so,
and a
yeah.
platform.
Give them that platform. So
Hmm.
that actually has me asking, like, how has your background in journalism, excuse me, helped build your credibility as you're trying to help the interns? How has it helped build your credibility?
Oh my gosh, it's the biggest builder of any credibility that there is. It even helped me, land being the LA Kings ambassador. I'm officially going on for another season, so I'm so
Oh,
excited. And
congratulations.
that was, yeah, that was probably one of the best experiences ever. And so even just I feel like every single thing is a stepping stone. You feel like you
That's right.
start small, you move up to the next thing, you move up to the next thing, you move into the next thing, and then boom, the LA Kings hit. And that was just crazy for my credibility just as a journalist because again, I got to go on the carpet and interview Erin Andrews, who really inspired me to take journalism on as a career. That
Aw.
was so amazing. And
And
I
I'm sure you
truly,
probably shared that with her too, right? Were you able
mhm,
to share that with her? Oh, I bet
I
that really
was,
made her feel
yes.
pretty awesome.
Yes, off camera. And I know she probably gets things like that all the time. But I was like, no,
Well,
truly, like you really inspired me to be here. So thank you so much. And she
well,
was
and
very
look what you've
grateful.
accomplished and what you are going to
Hmm.
continue to accomplish, right? I mean, it's like you said, every day, you just don't know what it's going to bring, right? From one day to the next. And it could
Hmm.
just be the next big, like, wow. And you just take off, right? So
Yeah.
definitely that consistency and following your passion and following your dreams
Hmm.
is everything. Don't give up because we're going to, as women or everybody, men, women, whatever, you have tough days, right? Where you're just like, oh, I don't know if this is for me.
Hmm.
I feel like, oh God, I'm having bad luck after bad luck. But you just never know that one day could just be like the key that unlocks the door to like, holy cow,
Right.
here I am. Right.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Exactly. Yes.
so what is one piece of advice that you would give to women ready to pivot careers? So again, like this kind of segues into the question I have for you. Um, and to take risk and create something that doesn't exist yet. What's
Hmm.
one piece of
Well,
advice that you would give to women?
the biggest advice that I give to anyone starting out is know the difference between your career, your passion, and your dream job, like what you want to do. Because your career could be working at a retail shop. I worked in retail for years,
Sure.
and I it was such a toxic environment, and they're just the my boss was just very toxic. Anyway,
Oh no.
I
But it
just
made you
encourage
realize what kind of
people.
boss you don't want to be, right?
Right. 100%, 100%. And so, I probably wouldn't have gotten the courage to leave because it was comfortable. You get a paycheck,
Yeah.
you don't want to leave. You're like, okay, well, I have a good place here.
I
I
have a
do like what I'm
schedule. I
doing. I have a
can
schedule. I
plan
can take
around
time
it.
off. Exactly. But what I tell, just young people who are just starting out is like, have that dream job in the back of your mind and say, okay, when is it time for me to leave this job? It is a huge risk. Take that risk. I took that risk. I bet on myself. I was like, I'm not going to waste any more time working in retail. I'm going to quit this job and I'm going to pursue my now career. I didn't know where I was going to get my next paycheck from, but I bet on myself and I decided to, take on a little assistant job at the time to just help get some money, but I
Hmm.
really, really honed in on my career at
You
that
knew what you
moment.
wanted.
I knew what I wanted and I was not going to stop. I joined everything possible at my school to try and catch up for lost time with COVID, because that was a really big setback.
I
So I
bet.
always
Yeah.
tell them, like, know what your dream job is. And then some people have like a calling and a passion. And I always
Mm.
felt like I
You
was
just knew.
really, really called to this and to also acting as well from a really, really young age. I just felt it in my bones, in my body. And so
So you
I'm
really
now,
like all things
mhm.
entertainment.
Yes, yeah,
Really. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So now that I'm older, I feel like I can really pursue all the above. And it's been
Right.
such an amazing thing to do and, to keep going. And so I just tell everybody, take that risk, leave that job, start. One small step is a million times closer to your end goal because
A
you just never
thousand
know.
percent. And especially
Hmm.
if they are working for a toxic
Hmm.
organization or boss, even if it's,
Right.
the boss, leave now if you're working for
Yeah.
somebody like that because you can go find a job somewhere else where you don't have to be treated or you feel that toxicity around you. But I love your advice for sure is just follow that passion even if you want to be whatever it may be, but you can get a job as literally the lowest person, but in that type of atmosphere where you're learning, where you can really get that learning mindset and just really just kind of pay attention to the people around you and again, as long as you're out of a toxic workplace, I think that's key.
Yes,
Right?
yes, so key. Hmm.
Yeah, because you bring that home with you and it's just like, oh, exhausting.
Oh
um
my gosh. Yes, I would wake up with so much anxiety every day, and I just knew it was like my body was rejecting that career path for me. You
yes.
are not meant to do this.
Yeah, anything
leave,
positive that's coming to
start.
you, you're just like, "No, I
Yeah.
don't deserve it. I don't wanna do that.
Hmm.
I just was meant to be like to have to go to this toxic workplace every day." And you're like, "No, no, no."
Yes,
Well, I'm glad you got out
exactly.
of that that atmosphere,
Yes.
and here you are today, right?
Hmm.
You talk
100%.
about, you hire the interns, at Live Digital Agency. Do they are you looking for interns that like have specialized backgrounds like sports or healthcare or is it just really all like just journalism regardless?
Yeah, just journalism, regardless. Honestly, both of the interns that I had hired didn't really have much experience, which is totally what I am trying to help
And
build.
that's kind of the norm, right? For
That's
interns.
the
Yeah.
norm. Intern,
Hmm.
you don't have experience,
Yep.
but I want to see that you're taking the initiative to try. I
Yeah.
want to see that you've applied. I want to see that step one is being in a sports journalism class, that you're passionate about it, that you want to leave your J job, you want to keep pursuing it, and you want to do this long term when you get out of college. Because once you get out of college, it's just too late. Like, it's never too late. I don't
It's
want to
never
say
too
that.
late, right? But
But start in college, because your biggest, advantage as a college student is that you can be an intern, and that's where all the doors open for you.
right, that's when most internships
Hmm.
happen is during college.
Yeah.
So afterwards, like
Yeah.
you said, it's sometimes
Hmm.
it's yeah, like you said, it's never too late, but you don't really want to because most of the internships, whether they're very low
Hmm.
paying or no pay at all, like, but
Yeah.
I think definitely though, your role to hire interns, I mean, this is something, fast forward 10, 15, 20 years down the road, they're going to remember these roles as an intern. You hear that all the time. And they're like, yeah, my mentor is so and so when I was an intern. So you play
Hmm.
such a significant role in their lives and their learning. And I think as a CEO, a leader, we have such a responsibility to make sure that we are being our best self because people every day, you have eyes watching you that you don't even realize they're watching you, right? So definitely it's always, being positive, but yes, but you also want to be very honest, like you said,
Hmm.
making sure that they
Yes.
are learning from this and that
Hmm.
they are growing as an individual.
Yes, exactly. And I'm so, even just the two interns that I've had now for like 5 months, it's just, they've grown so much. They have so many things on their resume now. And it's just so wonderful to see them thrive. And that's just what I'm passionate about, is helping others
And
at the
lifting them
same
up.
time, lifting them up. And, because I did have people do that for me along the way, but I never really had you know, true, like, actual, you know, I mean, I did have people that really wanted to see me grow, and that was very
Of
special.
course, but
But
being an intern where this is
yes,
their every day and they can be surrounded
yes,
by it. Yeah.
hmm,
To
that's what
have
I
that
wanted to give for sure. Yeah.
and be very, yeah, and somebody who's super influential and wanting to, set them for the path of
Hmm.
success. So where do you see yourself in say 5 years? I mean, do you want to do more acting? Do you want to, obviously you have your digital agency, or I mean, you can do it all. That's the cool
Hmm.
thing.
Yes, for sure. I think I really, really do want to get. I mean, acting has been, again, my what I've known that I wanted to do for a really young age. So I really, really would love to, try to be represented by an agency, because I'm unrepresented right now. But, I definitely want to get more into that 100%. That's like something that I've been, dreaming about since I was a little
Yeah.
girl. And then really take Live Digital to kind of like the next
Then
level.
the next
I
level.
really
Yeah.
want to be able
Now's
to
the time.
hire, yeah, I want to be able to hire actual employees and turn those interns around into real employees, and then hopefully have different people, going out to different things, and sending them out, to meet with these athletes and these
Right.
influencers and these brands, and giving them a package. How can we help you? How can we elevate your brand? And really take that marketing and put bits and pieces of my mentorship and my knowledge into them, and just really take it off for sure.
Well, I hope someday my son, he's starting his junior year in college and he
Mhm.
plays baseball. Hopefully, in the next year or two, you could be interviewing him, somebody from your agency. That would be pretty awesome.
Yes. Oh, that would be
He goes to, but yeah,
amazing.
he's out here in the Midwest, so he goes to
Hmm.
Purdue, but he's he's, of course, I'm biased, but he's an exceptional baseball player. So
Oh,
I hope one day
wow.
he'll have the opportunity to be interviewed by your agency. That'd be awesome.
Yes, that would be so, oh my God, I would love to. I mean, even to get to Purdue, that's amazing. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has to
yeah.
be great.
He's an all around great, just human and
Oh
an
my gosh.
athlete, of course. But
Yes.
yeah, so that would be talk about full circle. That'd be really cool to I'd be
Oh
like,
my
hey,
God.
she was on our
Yes.
podcast. How cool is
Oh, that would be so
that?
amazing. Yeah, I would love to do that. I love interviewing all athletes.
I love the sports. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So this is so much fun, and I know that you are going to continue to be such a wealth of gosh, information and support for so many women and just people who are entering, anything with journalism or, the sports, especially sports journalism. How cool is that? But I would love to finish our episode with some fun rapid fire questions to get to know
Yay.
you
Okay.
again a little more
Hmm.
deep. These are fun. So, and I think I know some of the answers that you're gonna share with us just by talking to you for the last 45 minutes. Okay, are we
Okay, great.
ready?
Yes.
All right. The first one here is, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl for
Ah,
sure.
yeah, I knew
Yeah.
that.
Yep. 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 Hmm.
Do you prefer a networking event or one-on-one?
You know what? I do love networking events because I've gotten to meet so many amazing people just from showing up by myself. I get sometimes a little bit of anxiety and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know anybody here. But at the end of the night, I am always so grateful because I walk away with at least one or two new found connections that I can meet one on one after. But the
Yes.
networking events are just so amazing because there's always so many passionate people and you can kind of move around and meet so many passionate people and I love it. I love it. It's so
I
great.
think networking is something that should never ever go out of style. I think,
Hmm.
it's just and I get it. Like you said, you have a little anxiety. You're like, oh my gosh, but that's how you grow, right? You step
Hmm.
out of the comfort zone and you meet people that like could have been your biggest inspirations or somebody that maybe not, but you've learned something from that person. One little thing that can really just like change your whole world. So yeah, I love your answer on that one. Networking events, hands
Yes.
down. All right.
Hands down,
Hands
hands down,
down.
hands
Um,
down.
yes. The next one is work from home or the office.
Well, the office is really far from my house. But I also get really distracted if I work from home. So probably the office, even though it's a long drive. I love just interacting with my coworkers and
Yeah,
seeing a face and knowing like, oh, you're here. And, sometimes if I'm just having a bad day at work, like they just make my day so much
they make
better.
your day.
And
Yes.
so I
How
love
far
them
is
so
your
much.
office from where you live?
Well, LA is like an hour 30 with traffic.
Oh,
If
yeah, the traffic
there's
in LA is
no traffic, I can maybe make it there in 55 minutes
okay. Yeah,
ish.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
throw that traffic in. It's kind of like us in
Yes.
Chicago. It's like throw that
Yeah.
traffic in there, and it's like, yeah, just easy another 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
The next question I have for you is, do you prefer a podcast or a book?
A podcast for sure.
Podcast. Yep.
I love listening to things. Even on my long drives to work, I will put my phone up and listen to a nice podcast. I used to love reading a lot when I was younger, but
Yeah.
now, I mean, I try to pick up a book. I just get so like overwhelmed and I think about all
Same.
the things that I
And your
need to
mind starts to
do.
wander and
Yes. And then I don't end up, I start flipping the pages and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I just read. So
right, right. And then you get
I
frustrated.
like,
Like, I really want to read
yes,
that, but I need to find
yes,
time to, yeah, to put everything else,
yeah,
yeah, on a shelf
yes.
and
But
just pay attention.
I'm a podcast girl, like through and through.
Same.
I love, love, love
Yeah, you can do
watching
it
and
when you're
listening.
driving. You can
Hmm.
do it while you're working out. You can multitask and
Yeah,
still pay
it's
attention.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. This is an easy one. Are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dog.
All
Yes, my
right.
my dog just turned 12 yesterday,
Oh, what kind of dog
so
do you have?
I have like a mutt. He's a mix of like mini pincher, Chihuahua, Jack Russell Terrier. So
Oh,
he's like all the things combined. He's really small, little chubby,
What
but
does he
he's
look
so
like more?
cute.
What is his face? Is it more of a Chihuahua,
It's more
Pinscher?
Chihuahua.
Okay.
Yeah, more Chihuahua for
Those
sure.
Chihuahua
Yeah,
genes take over because I have one
they
of those
do.
too. Yes, they.
They take over
So he
100%.
just turned 12.
Yes, yeah.
Ah, aw, you
Yeah,
little
he's
old
so
man.
cute. Yes, yeah, he's a little old man for sure.
Um, awesome. So I have just two more for you. What is the first thing that you do in the morning?
Unfortunately, I reach for my phone every morning. Normally, I have an
Guilty.
alarm set, yeah, to wake me up. So the first thing I do is either snooze my alarm or stop the alarm and get up. And then I'll drink water because I'm always so thirsty when I wake up. So
Oh,
that's the
that's
next thing I'll do.
phone, then
Yeah.
water.
Yes, phone,
Mine's phone,
guilty,
then coffee.
and then water. Okay, sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good
But there
too.
is water in the coffee, so there you go.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah.
Love it. Okay,
I
and
love it.
then last question, flip flop of that. What's the last thing that you do before you go to bed every evening?
I always watch TV, and I heard that's bad too because it's really not good because your brain needs to
Because you
like
kind of
turn.
unwind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to unwind. But for me, that's my way of unwinding. I have to watch something like a new TV show or something nostalgic. It just helps my
Kind of
mind
chills you out a little bit.
yeah, puts my mind at ease. It makes me focus on something else so I'm not stressed about my long day. And it just helps me go to bed every night, every single
Do you
night. I
have
have
a
to.
favorite show that you watch or even reality show, or do you have anything that's your
Yes,
go-to?
I mean, I always if I don't have a new right now I'm watching Life with the Walter Boys because on Netflix they're coming out with season 2 soon. And Summer I
Okay.
Turned Pretty. Love those shows. And I just finished We Were Liars. That was such a great
That
show. Oh
was,
my
yeah, I've heard a lot of
gosh, the
raving
plot
reviews about that
twist.
one. Hmm.
I've never cried so hard in a TV show. That was
Oh.
so great. But like nostalgic wise, I'll always watch like an old Disney Channel movie if I'm not
Ah,
watching a new show. Like I love Princess Protection Program. I'll watch that or like literally Sleeping Beauty. Like sometimes I'll just throw it on to throw it on so I can
throw on the Disney
go on.
flicks and you're,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
or like The Office or Gossip Girl. Like those are just OG shows that just put comfort in my mind. I'm like, okay, I can go to sleep now.
I think I have too, and you see them all the time, just shows, actual movies that
Yeah.
come on quite a bit, and they are, I mean, it's telling my
Yeah.
age, but definitely Pretty Woman is one of my favorites.
Mm.
And then, of course, The Notebook. Like,
Yes. Oh my
I
gosh.
could
If
watch
you're a
either
bird,
of
I'm a
those.
bird. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Yeah. Yes. Oh,
Yes,
such a good
that's
movie.
that's great. Well, thank you so much, Olivia. This has been so much fun. I could talk to you all day. Like you are just you just like rave so much positivity about you, and I know you're going to do continue to do just amazing things in your life, and you're so young, and there's such oh my gosh, you're just going to accomplish it all. So congratulations to you, and we'll
Thank
definitely be
you.
watching for sure from the sidelines. Get it? No pun intended.
No pun intended. I love it. I love it. Oh, thank you so much for having me. This is so much fun. Loved
Yes.
coming on.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.